Have you ever found yourself copying data from an SPSS file to analyze in another SPSS file because you needed to analyze just a subset of the data? It's an absolute waste of time. Some data may fit wrongly. Missing data could become an issue, leading to errors in analysis and wrong statistical inferences and conclusions. There is a simple way to do this in SPSS. In this video, I'll show you how to work with selected cases or groups of data and never have to copy and paste data again. Now let's go straight into the video and see how you can select specific cases and analyze them without copying and pasting. Now here we are in a small data set, but this can actually be applied to a large data set. In this data set, we have just 8 variables. Now diet is a categorical data. So if you want to know how many levels of diet there are, all we need to do is go to the utilities and go to variables, and that's selected diet. So diet has 6 levels or 6 categorical levels. Now let's assume that in this analysis that I want to do, I simply want the first, the third, and the 6th diets. I want to see how only these 3 diets influence all of the other parameters. So in order to do this without any copying and paste, to select cases is to come to this tool. Now when we come to this dialog box, you will see that all cases are currently selected. Now in order for us to select just diet 1, 3, and 6, we have to use the if condition is satisfied for that purpose. So we're going to go to that and say if condition is satisfied, we select, and those will be the cases that will be selected. So we click on that. Now we take diet and say if diet is equal to 1, then we separate with the pipe symbol. Then we go and take diet again and say if it's equal to 3, then we separate with the pipe, and again we take diet is equal to 6. And that's just about all we need to do. So we go to continue. Now that we are here, what we have essentially defined is that we want to select cases if they meet this condition. In other words, every case that does not meet this condition will not be selected and will not be used in the analysis. Having done that and defined what cases are going to be selected, we need to define how that is going to happen. Now this is usually the option I take, filter out unselected cases, but you also choose to copy selected cases to a new data set or delete the unselected cases. I usually like to have it filter out unselected cases so that if I want to do another analysis, I can change these conditions or come back again and use all cases. So we're going to leave it at filter out unselected cases and we click OK. Right, that's been done. We just click here and go back to our data. So when we come here, we have a new variable. Initially we had 8 variables, but now we have 9 variables. Now what this variable is telling us is the selected and the non-selected cases. Now in order to simply understand, I'm going to toggle the value labels. So you can now see diet number 1 is selected, while diet number 2 is not selected, so it's technically crossed off. Now diet number 3 is selected, diet number 4 and diet number 5 are not selected, while diet number 6 is selected. I'm going to toggle back there so that we can have something that makes sense. So what we have here is these 3 diets. If I want to, for example, conduct a one-way analysis of variance, I go to my analysis, compare means, and I come to one-way ANOVA. Now I'm going to use diet as my factor, and for instance, I want to find out how diet probably affects height, and I'm going to ask under options, I'm going to ask for descriptives, and I continue and I OK. Now here is our output, And here you find the descriptives showing normal diet, high carbohydrate diet, and vegetarian diet. So we only have 3 diets which we selected. All the other diets are not part of this analysis. So if you look at the ANOVA, this ANOVA has been conducted on only the 3 groups that we have selected. That represent 30 cases which we have defined and selected for this analysis. And that's how easy it is for you to select specific cases and do your analysis, never needing to copy and paste. If you have enjoyed this video, do like, subscribe, and also share. See you in the next video.